Hey guys, Uncle Ray. Welcome to another episode of the Crypto Bellwether. On this channel, we cut through the hype and the noise, and we give you the non-biased information you can use to hopefully capitalize on the biggest opportunity in history for the average person to change their financial future. Now, as good as a 10x is and would be, I'm looking to bring you projects from this point on throughout this bull run that are going to do more than the 10x. I'm looking mainly for, say, a 20, 25x and above. Now, in this video, I'm going to bring you a project that is early, and it's the first layer 3 built on Ethereum for gaming through Arbitrium. So I'm going to give you a lot of alpha, and I want to talk about probabilities because, I work one-on-one with people all around the world, and I was talking to one of my clients, and he was struggling with understanding the probability. And as I thought about it, there's a lot of people that really didn't understand what I was trying to convey to them. So we're going to talk about that, and then I'm going to bring you this project, and we'll take a look at the chart. And hey, if you do your homework and are like me, I think you'll want to start stacking. So go ahead and hit that like button, and let's get into it. Now, when I talk about probability, guys, look, there is not any FUD. I don't bring FUD. I just try to bring facts and data and reality to crypto. But we all have to compare. And I see it all the time. People have these huge debates about which projects have the best utility and that, are the fastest or whatever. Who cares? That's not the bet. It's not even close to being the bet. It doesn't matter if a project today is the best project on the planet and it is the future. We're not going to place that bet probably for 2 more bull runs. And then we'll find out if, say, Caspa is the true Ethereum killer, or if Celesta is the true Solana killer. But we're betting on hype and speculation, guys. It's not who's the best, right? I see it through like ICP and XRP. Guys, that's not the bet. When I say that a project is better than another project, I'm talking about if I put in, say, $10,000 in a project, at the end of the bull run, I have more money with that project than the other project I'm comparing. I've got to tell you, I was in crypto probably 7, 8, 9 months before I understood people weren't placing that bet. Because I have a financial background. I used to work for Bear Stearns, and we never had conversations about who made the best cookie or who, made the best hamburger, or who can build the best building. That doesn't mean the stock's going to pump. And then I get into crypto and people want to have that conversation, and that's, to be honest, guys, that's dumb money conversation. Now, if you're looking to hold something for 10 years, 20 years till that plays out, hey, have at it. But for me, I invest bull run to bull run, and I highly recommend you guys consider that and take profits along the way. Have a game plan. But let's talk about probabilities. Like, right out of the gate, most people would agree that the best narratives, and there's going to be a lot of them, guys, a lot of projects, heck, out of the 30,000 tokens, they may all pump, right? They're all going to do pretty well. But I want the, which are the best of the best, right? If one's going to give me a 10x, which one's going to give me a 20? If one's going to give me a 20, is there a 50x with the same risk? That's the probability that you need to be looking at when you compare these projects. So, the AI narrative, the gaming narrative, which probably those are the two for the biggest part of the sector. And what I mean by that is that, if it's AI and it's a good, legit, competitive project with a good, sexy story, that there's going to be more of those AI tokens pump than in most sectors. Same with gaming. It's going to be broad, but we still want the best of the best. So just being in AI and gaming, that gives you a better probability than, say, a DeFi project. Now, these are generalizations. It's just probabilities. Now, another sector which is going to be smaller is GambleFi. Those are going to rip, in my opinion. Now, they're a little more risk, and it's not going to be as broad. You're not going to be able to just pick any GambleFi project. But my guess is the top, say, 5 are going to absolutely rip, and they may lead the bull run. When I say lead the bull run, I'm talking about gains. I don't care about anything else. I'm here for the money. So the probabilities, guys, in my opinion, to give you the best chance for bigger gains is it's AI, it's GambleFi, or gaming, right? And it has low market cap, and it has a sexy story, and it's never experienced a bull run. When you stack that up against the competitor, your probability is off the chart compared to, say, a top 50 project that has already experienced a bull run and has a high market cap. There's no way that the probabilities are in your favor. So why would you mess around with those unless you want a real blue cap that, or blue chip, that, and you're putting a huge amount of money in it? But the ones that are going to rip are the projects that are low cap, never experienced a bull run, and in those sectors we talked about. Because guys, they may have to do a 35x to get in the top 100. This is not a utility bull run, and market cap matters no matter what anyone tells you. So anyway, guys, I don't know if I said this or not, but go ahead and hit that like button, and let's talk about the first layer 3. And I guess it would be XAI, I don't know, XAI. Now be very careful if you are looking to run out and buy this thing. Make sure you get the right one, because it's hard to find. There's multiple projects, believe it or not, with XAI and network or protocol or company or whatever. Now I would go to xai-foundation.getbook.io to do your research. Now I'm not going to dive deep into everything. Do your own research, but I think you'll come to the same conclusion as me, and this is a project that gives me the probability for a 20, 25x and beyond. Now, we know how gaming is going to take off. We've already witnessed it, and the big whales rotate, and they're going to rotate back into gaming. Now, think about Ethereum. Ethereum hasn't came to the party in a big way yet. But a lot of people tell you that the next narrative is going to be the Ethereum ETF. And if that's true, the entire ecosystem is going to start to explode. Well, Arbitrium is part of that. Now, once gaming and Ethereum's ecosystem starts to fire up, I think it's going to point the fingers to this project. Now, this is like a gaming studio. They're going to be onboarding games and making their own games and all that, if I understand it correctly. Now, they say they are going to change the game. Now, think about this, guys. Right now, a big reason that Web3 gaming hasn't taken off in a lot of people's opinion is, the play to earn and stuff like that. They want you to have a wallet, pay money maybe to play, and it's very difficult. Well, they solved that problem. Now think about it. They're going to onboard games that are Web3 games that you can buy and sell, NFTs and things of that nature. You don't have to pay anything. No game, no gas fees, nothing. That is going to be left up to the game itself, whether it offsets that through advertising or whatever. The gamer doesn't have to worry about that. The gamer doesn't even have to understand this token whatsoever. The gamer will not even have to have a wallet. So when they say they're changing the game, guys, they may be right. But either way, this narrative and that sexy story I just laid out, it's probably going to sound good to a lot of big time influencers in the gaming world. And add that into the bull run and Ethereum, getting back in the game. Guys, this project's going to rip. But go surf around, guys, and read about how they say they're changing the game. Read about the gas fees and, some of the things that they have in their roadmap. It's pretty impressive. Now, let's take a look at the chart. I've been day trading this thing. It just launched, guys. It's never experienced a bull run. Now, here's what I like about almost all of the new projects. And if you're like me, I hate regulation. But I think one of the good things that have came out of regulation is in the last bull run and the one before, guys, the VCs got in early. And, they were buying projects at 0.001. And then it launched at $3, and they're already at a 700x or 1000x by the time the average person got in. And you could still make a lot of money. But now these fair launch type projects, some still have some VC money, but it's nothing like before. Like I remember when ApeCoin, it was kind of the last one of the old ways launched. It launched at like $8. The pre-sale was like under $1. It went up to $26, and then it fell all the way back down to $1. Look at this thing, guys. It launched. It had a little bit of a pump to $1.12, and then this is people. This is probably that they had an airdrop. Man, you got free money. I think that's what that was. And then the average person could buy. And look at that. It started it, and the narrative is there. I just traded it over the weekend. I think it was about, I think I caught maybe, let's see, wasn't a huge pump. I think it was, can't find it, but I caught a good little pump. It was an extremely good leverage trade. But anyway, if you look at this, guys, look at this big triangle here. It had multiple triangles, and when it starts to build these triangles, it's going to move. Now, it built this triangle up here. It fell down huge. But everyone since, you see that triangle, now it's building another one. And look what just happened. Actually, guys, this right here has happened while I was creating the video. Now, the good thing is, hey, I want it to fall more and more and more because I believe in this project. And a lot of times, guys, here's what happens. And this is some alpha for the people that don't understand this. The smart money needs liquidity, right? They have a lot more money than we do. When your first order is, 50 million, you need a lot of the dumb money. And I say that with love, but that's the average retail. So when these things start to pump, they need to get that narrative going so that they can start dumping and dumping. So what happens is that people see these small projects start to pump, and they run in and they get FOMO, and 2 weeks later they're down 20-30%. And it's hard for the average person to buy these when they're down. Guys, I bring these projects to people, all the time. That's what I do. And it's funny when you read the comments. A lot of people are tribal, which that isn't good. But they'll look at a project and they go, oh, good call. Look, this thing crashed. Well, if you believe in the narrative and the project, I want it to crash. Guys, until after the halving, I will wake up every morning. I'm not going to say pray, but I hope the market's down. I want $15,000 Bitcoin between now and the halving, right? I want to wake up and my bags are just falling apart because then I can stack more. Nothing's changed in this project. Nothing's changed in Bitcoin. If you believe Bitcoin is the future like I do, and it's going to bank the unbanked, and it's going to change the world, and it's going to beat inflation, and it's going to go to Kathy Wood says what, 1.5 million between now and 2030? If you believe in any of that, why do you want it to pump to 70,000? That's no man's land. That's scary. At 80,000, that's scary. 15,000 isn't scary, which I don't think we'll see that. I think the best we could do would maybe get to 27.5. And the reason I say that is it would be, if you look at the chart, we need a pullback. And realistically, without any help or any black swan, 37.5. But we had that big pump with that ETF narrative that kind of skipped a big candle at, I believe, like 30 to 32 right in there. So we could go back and test that, which I've said from day one. Now, if we happen to go back to, say, 32 and get in that area, well, because of the FUD and people panicking, it could get us to 32 or 30. If we get to 30, just because of the hype and the scaredness and the pressure, the slippage, right? You could have a spike down to like 27.5. It will be brief, and if you didn't have an order in, you probably won't catch it. That's my opinion. I hope that happens. But the point of all that rambling is, guys, when you look at a project between now and the halving, and you believe in it, hopefully you have conviction to start stacking. And if you own projects that if it falls apart tomorrow and you don't want to stack, you probably got the wrong project, right? Because think about it. All the people that have projects that I know, they are waiting for it to get back to all-time highs so they can get their money back. They'd probably be better off to swap into a project like this one that they believe in that can rip more than the old project. Now, that's not financial advice. I'm just trying to give you the alpha and let you know the way I see things. And I'm getting excited, guys. When I finish this, I'm probably going to start stacking this project, dollar cost averaging in. But that's just me. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys. Look, go check this project out. Let me know what you think in the comment section. But this project is giving you all the probability you're going to get, because we know gaming is going to rip. Just the narrative of the first layer 3 built on top of Ethereum is probably big enough to pump this thing. But guys, this is going to be a competitor to like Polygon and players like that. And Polygon, guys, is getting so big and so much attention, especially in gaming and with corporate America. It's a layer 2 that is going to be, that is already way bigger than the average layer 1. Some people would tell you that's the future. I'm not going to go there. But there's a lot of people, a lot smarter than me, that will tell you that you're going to have layer 3s, 4s, 5s, 6, etc., etc., and it's going to all be built on top of Ethereum and Bitcoin, and those are the two ecosystems that are going to be the security for all of Web3 for the future. Now, I don't know if any of that's true. I'm just here for the money, and I'm just here one bull run at a time. I will not own anything outside of Bitcoin when this bull run is over. I highly recommend, guys, take your profit or you'll become the profits. And if you need help with the game plan, reach out. I'll leave my email down below. My coaching is only $250 for 3 consultations. I'll get into that if you email me. But either way, guys, go ahead and hit that like button and come back and be part of this community. Take care.